What's up everyone, this is Geos59 and in this video I thought I'd talk about the PlayStation Vita. Before the PlayStation Vita's price or even name was announced, I was saving up to get it. I thought it was going to be at least $400, but then when they announced the price was only going to be $250, that is a steal. That's absolutely freaking awesome that they would make it that cheap. The 3DS is in trouble is all I'm saying. In this video, however, I'm going to be talking about the actual games for the PlayStation Vita rather than the handheld itself, and games that I would really like to see on Vita one day, and games that I'm excited for in general. One of the games that they announced at E3 for Vita was Modnation Racers, and it's kind of a waste of time. Not that it's a bad game, but with a bunch of new IPs coming to this handheld and a bunch of games that people are excited for, franchises, they chose Modnation Racers. They felt it was necessary to show us Modnation Racers. I just don't think it was necessary to show us the game. One game that they should have showed, and that I'm excited for because I've seen some of the gameplay, is Killzone. Killzone for Vita looked freaking amazing. I mean, you can. The only gameplay I've seen was from the Tokyo Game Show, which was obviously before E3, but it looked pretty impressive. If you told me that that was a Killzone 3 expansion map, I would have believed you. That's how good it looked. That's how smooth it played, and that's one game in particular that I'm excited for. Another game that they showed at E3 is a game called Ruin, and it seems pretty interesting. I like the idea of getting rivals and playing against other people and letting them build their own thing. You build your own thing, action RPG style. It looks interesting. I need to see more of it before I can make a decision, but I think it looks pretty good. When they were showing PlayStation Vita's trailer with all the games going really, really fast, the very last one, Dragon's Crown, looked kick-ass. It looks like Streets of Rage with like swords and magic and what have you. I'm a little bit surprised that they again didn't do new IPs. They didn't show us new games. They just showed us. I mean, they showed us Ruin, which was cool, but I'm really confused that they showed Modnation Racers instead of Dragon's Crown or even Project Gravity. Project Gravity, it looked pretty good as well. It looked like it reminds me of Dot Hack Sign, the art style. It's another game that was pretty interesting that, again, they could have showed more, but decided a port was better to show than a new game. And the Modnation Racer guys say it's not a port, but honestly, they're there to make as much money as possible. So if you believe it's not a port, then maybe you'll get it. And, you know, if you get it, that's fine. But to me, it's a port, and they should have showed something a little bit more interesting or exciting. They did show Uncharted Golden Abyss, which looked pretty good as well, but at the same time, I'm still not entirely convinced I'll be getting it. It reminds me too much. It reminds me too much like Uncharted 1. I need to see more gameplay, and I'll think about it. I mean, it's a game I'm interested in, but I'll have to wait and see more. One game that was actually kind of funny that they showed was Street Fighter X Tekken, or Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It was interesting to show on Vita because I really wasn't expecting it to actually be on Vita at all. And at the same time, even more interesting is that they decided to make Cole a character, Cole from Infamous, a character in the game, which is kind of silly actually, but I think the reason why they chose him, I don't think it was entirely random. I think they chose him because he's more Western, so he can perhaps attract more of a Western audience. That's my assumption.